Good morning, everyone. This is the Har Aerobic Kriya. It's one of my favorites. I think I might put it in my top 5 of the Kriyas for the year. It has 25 minutes of aerobic where we do a lot of chanting of Har, which is a rolled R on the top of the tongue. The tongue hits the top of the palate right behind the dental bridge there. So it's Har, Har. It's a forceful word. It can be life force. It can mean divine energy, whatever meaning you want to give it, or just say Har. But we do these counts of 8 reps, so 64 counts in all of these standing exercises that make the Har aerobic Kriya. So it truly does become aerobic. Then it moves into 25 minutes of Pranayama with alternate nostril breath, Nadi Shodhana, and breath of fire, Kapalabhati breathing. And then we end with 3 minutes of really restful meditation before Shavasana. So let's begin. Sitting up tall, closing your eyes. Sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. I'm in easy pose, but you could be in rock pose, thunderbolt pose, sitting on your heels, or you could even have a leg extended. Connecting to your breath. The breath, of course, is your life force. We're breathed by some unknown part of the universe, and at the same time, we can make our breath conscious and take it off autopilot into manual override. So throughout the class, you're as much as possible focusing on your breath. So when you're moving, you're inhaling, exhaling. We have some held breaths here to create hypoxia in the brain at the end of each breath cycle in the pranayama section. So let's bring our hands to prayer position for the Adi mantra, the Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, the ancient Gurmukhi language that says you're honoring that divine creative flow in the universe. I'm honoring it in myself. I'm honoring it in all of you tuning in virtually, and we're honoring it together in the greater world. So 3 big inhale exhales through the nose. Adi mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Open your eyes. Before we begin the Kriya and a little warm up, let's just take our legs very wide into a life nerve stretch. So you're sitting up tall. My hands are just resting on my big tibia bone in the front of the leg or maybe at the knee. Just sitting up tall, connecting with that spine right away. Feeling my sits bones or my coccyx, sacrum meet the floor. Bring my arms up overhead. My arms are by my ears. I'm going to turn to my right leg. My feet are flexed towards the body. Dorsiflexion. I'm coming over, trying to keep a long, flat back. Just stretching forward, conscious that both sits bones are staying on the mat. Maybe I can grab my toes or my foot, maybe with both hands. I may have to bend my knee. The fascia is releasing that substance that surrounds all the bones, muscular, ligaments, tendons. It's surrounding everything. And as the muscles stretch, it stretches through the fascia. So the fascia has to move too. And take the arms back up overhead. Still keep those feet flexed and turn to your left and coming down on your left side. You'll feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Keep breathing long and deeply through the nose. You're setting up the tone for your practice. Coming back to center, take the hands, palms behind you, flat on the mat. And then you're sliding those palms back on the mat. Maybe you, if it's okay on your neck, you're looking up. So you're stretching your heart open, the torso is opening, shoulders are opening, breathing long and deeply. It's a wonderful stretch here. Now slowly bringing the hands up and bring the arms forward now. So you're bending forward. Wow, I can really feel my lumbar spine here. Now let's draw the soles of the feet into the body. Badakanasana. I'm going to hold my feet like a book. Really feel my legs coming out from the groins here. Maybe I can shake my knees a bit, like they're wings. My legs are like they're little wings here. Now draw the feet straight out, flex the feet. You'll be in Pashimotonasana, so you're just leaning forward, trying to grab the big toes with the thumbs pushing into the nail bed of the big toes, or the skin right before the nail bed, a pressure point, acupressure point for blood pressure. Trying to get the face closer to the knees. The fascia is releasing. Muscles are stretching. And I think we're warmed up to begin the Kriya. This Har aerobic Kriya is all standing. So come to a standing position. It's nice to have a couple blocks ready when we do our coming to the ground. We're going to come down to blocks. Also, we're going to work with the warrior pose, warrior 2 today. So I have a chair here that I'm going to straddle for the warrior pose. And I'm also going to use a block against a wall. So if you have a solid wall that you can use today, get your eye on it, or Anne could use the door there too. Or if you need to have that chair ready, yes, I see Margaret getting a chair, then we're just ready to go when we need these props. So we're going to start with our feet about hip width distance apart. My hands are out at a T. We're going to do 8 rounds of Har. So we'll clap 8 times, then I'll take a breath, and we'll start again. So we have a little pause between each set. So let's begin. Har, 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 har. Big inhale. Har, 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 har. harder, 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 harder. Float the arms down, 8 rounds. So 64 hars. Now I'm going to have my blocks ready because I'm going to be reaching down. I'm going to stay down, but I'm going to be slapping those blocks 8 rounds of har. So you can have these blocks at a higher position, middle, low, whatever feels right. So let's just bend over, let the hands just hang for a minute and be opening up this lumbar spine. And you're inverted, so your heart's below, your head's below your heart. So let's begin the hars, the 8 rounds of har, pounding, slapping the blocks. Let's begin. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Inhale. Har, 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 har. Just stay deep fold, inverted. Now grab your ankles, so cup your legs so you're really feeling your leg, the tibia, the fibula bone coming across the knee. Thumbs are on the adductors, your fingers are on your abductors, coming up to this big gluteus medius muscle on the side, your hip girdle. Then let's take the arms out to a T. We're going to do hars where we're kind of pounding the air. It's called I Can Fly, har. So it's har, 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 har. We kind of get about a foot on each side of the axis. Har, 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 har. 1, breathe. Har, 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 har. 2, breathe. Har, 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 har. Hold the arms out at the T, palms up. Close the eyes, just breathe. Feel the proprioception, your body in space. What's that feel like? Can you see your body in space as it truly is? Be one with it. And slowly float the arms down. Now we're moving into the jump cross har. I'll move my blocks out of the way. This is a true, I'll lower the screen a bit. This is a true crossover. So I'm taking the right arm and the right leg, and then the left arm and the left leg, but it's done with the jump. Or If jumping is not your thing, you could tap like this, alternating, or you could just stay on your toes, and every time we do the arms, you just come up on your heels and back down. Come up on your toes, I mean. So there's 3 different ways to do it. The full expression, you're jumping, or you're toe tapping, or you're just coming up on your toes, coming back on your heels. These are aggressive. We do it 3 times throughout the Kriya. So we'll just do 4 rounds of 8. So let's begin. 1, 2, har, 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 har. Stand and breathe. We'll connect. And we begin again. Har, 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 har. Rest for a few moments. We want to keep our heart rate up in an anaerobic way, so we'll go again. Here we go. Har, 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 har. Okay, last one. You're doing it great. You're doing a great job. Last round. Har, 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 har. Okay. Take the hands down. Just rest for a moment. If you're getting thirsty, you may need a drink of water. We're going to move to warrior here. The warrior pose, also in Kundalini Yoga, called the archer pose. In Sanskrit, it's Virabhadrasana 2 that we're doing. So I'll stand a little diagonal here. So first we're just going to get a feel for the pose in the middle of the room. Then I'll take you to a wall and the chair. So first, this is what you're trying to do. You're stepping forward with the left foot. You keep inching it forward and then take your knee so it's over the left ankle. So it's 90 degrees. I don't want my knee going farther over my toes. That's called hyperextending. I don't want that. I want a 90 degree, and I want the outside of the knee to favor the baby toe side of the foot. So the knee is going towards the lateral side of the foot. It's not concaving in. My back leg is super straight. Once I have my firm base, my feet are really gripping the mat, I bring my arms up to the strong T. This front arm is over the left foot. I'm looking over that middle finger of the front hand. My back arm, I can look behind me and see, is it in line with my front arm? My proprioception, is my arm in space? Does it look like I think it looks? There's your warrior. You all look great. And let's step forward with the right foot. You're at the top of your mat. So now for the other side, you'll just step back with the left foot. Now you're working the right side. So inch that front foot forward. My knee is right over my ankle. I'm favoring the lateral, the outside of my right foot. My back leg is super strong and straight. Once I've got my base, my feet are grabbing the mat, then I come bring my arms up and I feel this warrior archer pose. In Kundalini yoga, you can put your hand into a fist and your thumb up to the air, to the ceiling. That's like you're holding your bow. Then bring your left arm forward and you pull it across your chest, like you're Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. You're the warrior, the archer in the Mahabharata. Okay, step forward with your left foot. Now we're going to try it against the wall just to get a feel for what you're really doing. So let's take the left foot, put it next to the wall. If you don't have a wall in your space, then just again in the middle of the room. But just try to break down the pose. It's like you're deconstructing it. So my front leg is forward. On the wall, it's a little harder because the buttocks is pushing into the wall, so your back foot's going to be out a little bit more than usual. But just feel yourself kind of hugging the wall. Feel your back on the wall, your arms on the wall. You just get a feel for what that is like. Take the arms down. If you've got a block close by, you could place the block right here by your knee. So that separates you from the wall just a bit. Then you can get that back leg in better alignment and then bring your arms up. You're just deconstructing the pose, playing with it. Take the arms down, move to the other side, move to the right leg. So now my right foot is really as close to the wall as possible. Got my buttocks on the wall. I feel my arms on the wall. So you can feel that, what that archer pose feels like when you're in the middle of the room. Take the hands down. Maybe you place the block right by your knee. So now that foot slides away from the wall a little bit. And you really can feel the pose here against the wall, and your knee is really drawing towards the block, teaching you to draw the knee towards the lateral side of the foot. Good job, everyone. Now let's try the chair. Now for the chair, I just got one buttocks on the end of it. So I'm just barely sitting on my chair. My front leg is degrees. So see, Sarah, how my buttocks is just right here on the corner of the chair. Yes, because you want to be able to just use the chair as a little bit of a prop. And if you're just on the corner, then that front leg, that front foot, you try to get it to the floor where the toes are, they're really kind of pointing at 9 o'clock. If I look straight out like that, it's 9 o'clock. Then I'm taking my arms forward. Good morning, Mimi. So once you think you've got your legs as well as you can get them, if you're just hovering over the corner of the chair, that gives this back leg more freedom. Good. And then move your chair so you can sit on the other corner. I think maybe you can see better on this side. If you're not really on the corner of the chair, it's hard to get that back leg extended. So I'm just, my right buttocks is just using the chair as a prop. My front legs, 90 degrees. I'm really able to feel this back leg. And Dave, if that chair, you might need a block on that chair to raise your buttocks because the chair looks a little low for you because you have long legs. Yeah. So now you can try to use that as a real prop, Arms come up. So my back foot, I'll move this camera so you can see it. See how my, whoops. Which way do I have to go? This way. You see how that back foot is just almost pointed straight ahead at, we'll say 12 o'clock almost. Or if 12 o'clock was behind me, it would be 3 o'clock. So that's how you get the legs super straight. Okay, everyone, that's your deconstruction of archer pose, warrior pose. So now we're going to come back to another set of jump cross hard. So we get all this aerobic kriya workout in the beginning. So for the jump cross hard, my feet are about hip width distance apart. My arms are coming out. Remember, Mimi, you can just tap the toe, or you can go up on your toes and down on your heels if you don't want to do the jumping. I'm calling out a har every other one, otherwise I lose count. Okay, let's begin. Har, 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 har. Rest. That was 8 reps of 8, 64 hars. Say that har, that R trips at the back of the dental bridge there, right behind the main front teeth. Har. It's not a sound we usually use in English. Let's go. Har. 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 Rest for a few moments here. Halfway through, just 2 more rounds of 8. Har. 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 Okay, our last round's coming up. Just gather your thoughts. It's hard to think too much when you're moving this much. Let's go. Har. 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 And we did it. Just shake things out, move things out. I'm going to ask you to use a block on this one. Maybe you want a drink of water. This is like a standing cobra. So you're going to take your block and place it between your thighs. And what you'll find, at least for me anyway, by holding it between my thighs, I really concentrate on my legs and ground into the floor more. Feel my adductors coming down the middle, the inside of the thighs. So my hand comes over, keep the fingers together, the hands don't touch, and we're doing little baby back bends like a standing cobra. So it's just har, 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 har. First round down. Stand and breathe. Feel that block. And when you're moving, really grip that block. Let's go again. Har, 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 har. In and out, breathing only through the nose. Round 3. Big inhale. Har, 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 har. Breathe in and out. Keep the arms up. Round 4. Har, 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 har. Maybe we can do 8 rounds of these. 4 rounds. 4 more to go. Har, 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 har. Only go as far back as is comfortable. No need to overextend. Round 6. Har, 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 har. Really grip your block. Round 7. Har, 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 har. Last round. Good job, everyone. Here we go. Har, 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 har. Float the arms to a T. Be conscious of holding that block. Exteroception. Feeling that block between the adductors. A new sensation where part of the body is making contact with something else. Usually it's just the floor. Slowly float the arms down, reach in, remove the block, and then mindfully set it down, bending the knee always as we lower props. We only have 2 more postures in this Kriya, then we move to the Pranayama. 1 last round of jump cross har. I know you can't wait to do it. We're only going to do 4 rounds instead of 8. As I think that's enough. This is the 3rd time. So we've got our feet about hip width distance apart, arms at the ready. Remember, you can modify with the toe tapping or coming up on the toes, down on the heels. And let's begin. Har, 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 har. Okay, there's 8, 1 round down, 3 more to go. Let's begin. Har, 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 har. 2 rounds down, we're halfway there. Keep the arms up. You should be schwitzing. You should get some sweat going by now. 2 more rounds, lots of anaerobic heart activity here. Let's begin. Har, 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 har. Okay, our last round, you've done it. You're really giving yourself a workout. Good job, everyone. Let's go. Har, 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 har. Woo! Floated down. I think I might name this the Dave Epstein Har aerobic Kriya. He's so good at it. Let's just stand tall. Close your eyes. Feel your breath equalizing. All that oxygenation of your blood. Moving prana throughout your body to every cell. Those oxygen-hungry cells. Open your eyes. Come down for the Pranayama section, the alternate nostril breathing. I've got my 2 blankets I'm going to sit on. You may want some water. I would suggest it after that much aerobics. So we were doing aerobics for at least 30 minutes. I love this section. We're going to first do left nostril breathing, then right nostril breathing, and then we do the alternate nostril breath. So you're sitting in your easy pose or thunderbolt pose. Have your props. It really helps to lift the lumbar spine and release the tension there, much easier to sit. You can also have legs straight out or to the side if that feels better. I would remove your glasses. This begins with the left arm straight, Gyan Mudra, thumb index finger, resting on my knee, but the elbow is straight. At the end of 2 minutes, we'll hold the breath for 25 seconds after each posture, after each cycle. Bring the right hand to the face, thumb closes off the right nostril. The second, third finger can just rest on the brow. And begin just breathing, inhaling and exhaling only through the left side. Keep that right nostril closed. Really long inhales, very long exhales. This left nostril is associated with the moon, Chandra in Sanskrit. Breathing through the left side accesses the right hemisphere of the brain, your creative and feeling nature. This is also the column for the Ida energy coming up and down the spine, part of the Kundalini track. The Sushumna is the main energy column. Then there's 2 smaller columns of energy called the Ida and the Pingala. The Ida is associated with this left nostril. Now we're going to prepare for the breath hold. Big inhale through the left nostril and hold 25 seconds. And exhale. Take the hand down. Just breathe through both nostrils now. Now right hand stays down, Gyan Mudra, straight elbow, resting on the knee. Bring up the left hand, closing off the left nostril, second, third fingers on the brow. Now begin to breathe just through the right nostril. Remember, one side will be more dominant. You just breathe through it if it's the closed side. The right nostril associated with Surya, the sun, male energy on the right, female energy on the left. The right side corresponding with the left hemisphere of the brain, the more rational, analytical nature of ourselves, our thinking self. Sometimes we can't turn our head off. We can't turn the thoughts off. Preparing for the 25-second hold now. Big inhale. And hold. And release through the right nostril. Take the hand down. Just breathe luxuriously. Now we'll move to the alternate nostril breath. We'll be inhaling through the left and exhaling through the right. So take the right hand up, closing off the right nostril. You can just let the hand hang with the index finger at the ready to close off the left. So I'm in Gyan Mudra with the left hand. So let's inhale through. Let me set my timer here. Inhale through the left. Close off the left with the index finger. Exhale right. Close off the right. Inhale left. Close off the left. Exhale right. That's your pattern. Stay with it. Inhaling left. Closing it off. Exhaling right. Closing off the right. And continue on. Try to maximize the breath, filling every bit of space in your lungs and trying to exhale all the air out as well.
Now big inhale through the left side. And hold the breath 25 seconds, creating that hypoxia to the brain, lighting up new neural pathways. Close off the left, exhale right. Take the hand down. Just breathe, observe. What is your mental state? Are you feeling more mental clarity? Let's take the left hand up, close off the left nostril. The index finger is at the ready to close off the right. My right hand is in Gyam Mudra. So 2 minutes. We're inhaling through the right now, exhaling through the left. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. Close off the left, inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. And continue. Filling every bit of lung space with oxygen. And then slowly letting it out. Use your diaphragm. Suck the belly slowly towards the spine to slowly let the air release. You're in control of your breath. Think of how many hours a day you're breathed. And at night when we sleep, something breathes us. But in this moment, you can do an override. Preparing for the hold, a big inhale through the right side. And hold 25 seconds. Close off the right, exhale left. Take the hands down, just breathe. Can you identify now, is one side more open than the other? Or do they feel balanced, each side, the left and the right, the Ida, the Pingala, the Chandra, the Surya? Okay, before our meditation, we'll do 2 minutes of breath of fire, Kapalabhati breathing. Remember, breath of fire is the forced exhale. It's just the belly draw towards the spine. Then the inhale's automatic. You may need a tissue. It's morning. If you're feeling that you might have any congestion, because we do Do this forced exhale. It's like blowing your nose. We stay in Gyan Mudra with both hands. This takes a lot of focus and energy to do it for 2 minutes. So stay with me, give it your honest and best effort. Let's begin. Energy can be at your brow point, looking right between your eyes. Actually roll your eyes up into the top of your head. One more minute, stay with it. Big inhale. Hold the breath just for 10 seconds. And release. The 55 minutes have prepared you for this moment. All the movement, all the breath work to still the mind, quiet the mind. Breathing through the nose, long and deeply for 2 more minutes. Focus entirely on your breath. Make it the biggest thing in your room is your breath. Be your breath. It's the only thing you're thinking about, only your breath. Good job, everyone. Now you're moving to your Shavasana, All week we've been using an alternate Shavasana where we put our legs on a chair, or you could put them up on a sofa if you have a sofa in the room. I like to have something under my head. You're just going to slide your legs up onto the chair. It's very relaxing for the parasympathetic nervous system. You have 7 minutes this morning of Shavasana. Let everything go. Let the body harmonize, heal. While you're in Shavasana, I'm going to read you a Buddhist metta meditation. Metta means positive energy and kindness towards self and others. It's also known as the loving kindness meditation. If you choose, you can repeat these words after me. I'll say them in a call and response. Saying first to yourself, may I feel protected and safe. May my heart remain open. May I awaken to the light of my true nature. May I be healed and be a source of healing for the world. Now for all beings everywhere, may we feel protected and safe. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our true nature. May we be healed and be a source of healing for the world. I'll bring you back with the bell. Beginning to breathe together. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, big exhale, audible sigh. Ah. Use your vocal cords. Inhale. Ah. Go as low a tone as you can make. Let the vibration happen. Inhale. Ah. Vibrating throughout your chest. Begin to wiggle the fingers, the toes. Then when it's safe for you, you roll to one side to move off of your chair surface, moving the prop to the side so you don't get caught up in it. And then beginning to do some spinal rolls. Draw your knees towards your forehead, forehead towards the knees. You could do spinal roll up and down, or you could make little circles, massaging the sacrum. Your body will tell you whether it wants to stretch with the arms overhead, or you want to do spinal twists, taking knees to one side, torso face to the opposite side. Or maybe happy baby, or figure four, or a modified pigeon pose. Janet is doing a modified pigeon. Melanie is doing a spinal twist. Gadget is kissing Dave. Are you ever going to wake up? Let your body speak to you. And then when you're ready, you come back up to a seated position. Bringing our hands to prayer position. A moment of gratitude for that very active aerobic Kriya, the Har Kriya. And then the alternate nostril breath, the Nadi Shodhana, and the breath of fire. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Ann Lindsay. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Margaret. And thank you, anyone who's tuning in at a later date. We close with the longtime sun, our prayer of protection. Let's sing. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. We bring the thumbs in prayer position to the third eye, acknowledging our intelligence, our intuitive wisdom, that we stay connected to that source of intuition. We bow to each other and we say Satnam.